Massey University graduation is about to begin. Please stand for the official procession.
Tēnā koutou katoa he mihi tino mahana. Warm greetings to you all gathered here today. I declare this congregation to be in session. Please remain standing and join with us in singing the University Waiata. Please be seated. Tēnā tātou katoa e hui hui mai ana I tēnei rā mātuatua. E tangi tono ana ki ngā mātou te wā, haere koutou e moe. Kia tātou ngā mahuatanga ngā kanoi ora e pai nei tēnā tātou katoa. Rangitāne ki Manawatū, kei ngā kaipupuri o te Maori o tēnei whenua tēnā koutou. Kei ngā whānau o ngā tauira kua taima I tāwhiti, kua taima I tata, tēnā hauki koutou. Nau mai ki te kuninga ki Purahurua ki Turitea, ki tēnei whakapōtaetanga e whakanui ana I ngā ihuputa. Kia koutou ngā tauira kua tutuki, kua ea, huro. A kati rā, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā tātou katoa. Vice-Chancellor, members of the University Council, the University Community, the Turitea Manawatū Campus Graduation Committee, distinguished guests, graduates and families. My name is Angela Hauck-Willis and I am the Pro-Chancellor of the Kuninga ki Purahurua Massey University Council. I am part of the group responsible for overseeing the university's governance and have the great pleasure of presiding over today's ceremony. I'd like to extend a warm welcome to you all to the second of 6 ceremonies taking place here in Palmerston North. I'd also like to express gratitude to all those who have contributed to the running of these ceremonies, enabling us to come here together to celebrate such remarkable accomplishments. For close to a century, Massey has played a pivotal role in shaping the economic and cultural landscape of Aotearoa New Zealand. A steadfast dedication to teaching and research has allowed the university to stand at the forefront of innovation and excellence, address the challenges that are continuously evolving, and seek the knowledge necessary to effect meaningful change. The role our tauira, our students, have in our commitment to making a difference cannot be understated. It is their ambitions and vision for a better tomorrow that we have the honour to uphold, and in doing so, aid them in developing the expertise and capabilities necessary to shape a better future for Aotearoa, New Zealand and the world. Congratulations to all of you reaching such a significant milestone as we celebrate your success today and see you go from student to graduate. This week, Massey University is awarding qualifications to a total of 979 graduates. At today's ceremony, a total of 145 graduates will cross the stage, and a further 14 in absentia students will have their qualifications conferred. Today is a celebration of academic success. It is the culmination of countless days of hard work, dedication, and perseverance. To be here means you have opened yourselves up to grow in immeasurable ways, and you will continue to forge new pathways and make valuable contributions to the world around you. It is also an acknowledgement of those who have helped you get there, your family, your friends, and the academic and professional staff who have supported you along the way. For those in the audience who are here to celebrate the success of a loved one, I do encourage you to be loud in your pride as they cross the stage. For those of you about to graduate, sit in this moment. Think of all the lessons you've learned on the way to get here, the sacrifices and the challenges and the victories that come with this journey. Each experience has shaped you and will continue to serve you as you step into your future. As Pro-Chancellor, I welcome you to our Massey alumni whānau. You're forever part of Massey University legacy, and you are among great company. I hope the connections it provides you enhances both your career and your lives. Congratulations on making it here, where the rest of your journey begins. Nō reira, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā tātou katoa. By the authority of the Council of Massey University, I, Angela Hauck-Willis, Acting Chancellor, will now award the certificates and diplomas and confer the degrees on those to be presented and those in absentia. Associate Professor Elizabeth Gray, Associate Dean Teaching and Learning for the Massey Business School, will call the names of graduates and recipients of certificates and diplomas in the Massey Business School. Professor Jonathan Elms, Pro-Vice Chancellor, Massey Business School, will hand out the parchments.
Acting Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the Certificate in Business Studies the candidate I'm about to name. Marie Ruth Scott. Acting Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the Certificate in Financial Advice the candidates I'm about to name. Josefa de Carlos Ignacio Magalhães. Dustin Leon Pearson. Acting Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the Diploma in Business Studies the candidates I'm about to name. Eve Crystal Carter. Joe Stephen Hodson. Danielle Sarah Moulton. Acting Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Bachelor of Accountancy, the graduands I'm about to name. Dylan James Adkins. Taifaina Aleta Fe'ulafai. Jonathan Daniel Roger Godfrey. Nicole Ann Gunn. Gabrielle Louise Harper. Yue Hu, Massey Scholar. Guy Richard Manel. Cameron Edward Randall Oliver. Sine Rudman. Luke John McTeague Shield. Megan Jean Thomas. Patrice Rose Winera. Wei Hao Wu. Acting Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Bachelor of Aviation the graduands I'm about to name. Moheb Sadat Abdel Hafiz Sokaria. Cheryl Novuyo Bauer. Benjamin Jack Carlisle. Rory Allen Pinion Depoff. Nina Frances Rose Devlin. Jun Jin. Song San Ko. Sebastian Ben Kowalski. Duncan Lai. Isaac Russell Lee. Elliot Ruth Claire Matiski. Tegan Elise McIndoe. Alexander Petrovich. Jacob Alexander Reynolds Muir. Shagun Sharma. Micah Maniapoto Sullivan. Simon Kwang Hao Sung. Jeriel Chen Hui Ti. Stephen Wallon-Weber. Matthew James Younger. Acting Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Bachelor of Aviation Management the graduands I'm about to name. Sean Malcolm Johnston, Massey Scholar. Patrick James Jolliffe. Hayden Quinn Swears. Shania Lee Tunnicliffe. Anjuan Wang. Hang Yin. Min Hong Zhang. Acting Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Bachelor of Business the graduands I'm about to name. Piper Jade Bismarck. Thomas Campbell Bowie. Greer Ella Burkett. Trent Bryce Burrows. Sarah Birdie Colkin. Ying Chi Chin. Alan Chen. Gemma Lee Cook. Madison Sian Courtney. Rain Henrietta Devan Massey Scholar. Michelle Tina Farrick. Catherine Mary Fincham. Alex Lane Graham. Madison Rose Hall. Eva Rose Harper. River Tirangi Marie Hawkins Walland. Jack William Hildred. Jessica Marie Hodson. Charles Allen Hosking. Tessa Jane Knauf. Maxim Quentz. Hong Noa Lee, Massey Scholar. Ella Margaret Meehan. Cara Emma Moffat. Henry Mark Morris. Rebecca Ann Marie Oakman. Toby George Parks. Thank you, Acting Chancellor.
We will now proceed with the award of a Massey University Medal. Ben van der Kolk will read the oration for the award of a Massey Medal.
Acting Chancellor, Vice Chancellor, graduates, graduands, ladies and gentlemen, it is my great honour to share with you the recognition of an outstanding alumnus, Mr. Brian Mogridge, ONZM, who will today be awarded the university's highest accolade, the Massey University Medal. The Massey University Medal is seldom conferred and is reserved only for the most exceptional recipients. To be eligible for this prestigious medal, candidates must demonstrate outstanding achievements throughout their career and be nominated through letters of recommendation from those across their professional journey who can attest to their significant contributions and impact. I met and very much appreciated and enjoyed working with Brian, experiencing his business acumen while I served for a time between March 2019 and the end of 2023 as a fellow trustee of the Massey University Foundation. In practice, around that table, Brian is approachable, calm and reflective, while steadfastly determined and acutely focused on the interests of the Foundation. Illustrious traits that have undoubtedly distinguished Brian in corporate life and in charitable service. Brian began his journey at Massey in 1965 and credits his time there with teaching him how to think. Not only was Brian a dedicated student, but he was actively engaged in student life. His humour, guitar skills, cartooning skills and warm demeanour left a lasting impression on all those around him, and since obtaining his Bachelor of Science degree in biochemistry in 1968, Brian has gone on to a career marked by many significant contributions to business, communities and health services across Aotearoa, New Zealand and Australia. Within 10 years of graduating, Brian became CEO of Montana Wines. There he played a seminal role in the modernisation of the New Zealand wine industry, where he laid the groundwork that continues to benefit the sector today. Brian's leadership was instrumental in Montana's pioneering efforts to export New Zealand wine to international markets, contributing significantly to the industry's global success. Brian was actively involved in industry affairs, serving as the chairman of the board for the Wine Institute of New Zealand from 1985 to 1991. In recognition of his enduring contributions, he was bestowed with an honorary life membership in 1997. His exemplary service was further acknowledged in 1999 when he was appointed as an officer of the New Zealand Order of Merit. Brian's commitment to community extends to his long-standing involvement with the Starship Foundation, which he has supported since its inception in 1992. After serving as the chair of the foundation for 20 years until his recent retirement from the position, he continues to serve as a trustee, tirelessly advancing the cause of Starship. Known for his forward-thinking approach, Brian has constantly and consistently made himself available, applying his considerable business acumen and intelligence for the benefit of Starship, driven by his dedication to the children of New Zealand. Throughout his career, Brian has held pivotal roles in numerous organisations, serving as chairman or CEO of 25 companies and providing governance expertise to an additional 23. His leadership in commerce has spanned diverse sectors, including New Zealand Tourism Board, Main Freight Limited, Energy Education Trust of New Zealand, Sea Dragon, Bupa Care Services, to name a few. Brian's commitment to Massey is evident through his long-standing tenure as a trustee of the Massey University Foundation. He became chair in 2022, harnessing his expertise to elevate the Foundation's mission of promoting philanthropy and allocating resources to advance scholarship, research and teaching at Massey. Brian is dedicated to continuing the Foundation's legacy and enhancing a culture of giving to support future generations of scholars. As we present him with the Massey Medal, we celebrate not only his remarkable accomplishments, but also his enduring commitment to excellence and service in New Zealand and beyond. Congratulations, Brian, on this well-deserved honour. May your legacy inspire future generations of alumni to carry forward the values of Massey, encouraging them to strive for greatness in their own journeys and to make meaningful contributions to the world.
I have the honour to present Brian Moggridge for the award of a Massey University Medal. It is now my pleasure to invite Brian Moggridge to address the graduates.
Well, thank you, Ben, Acting Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, Council, everyone else here today. I'm very humbled by this unexpected honour, and congratulations to all of you who are graduating. Most of you just completing the first quarter of your life, and I'm clearly about to enter the last quarter of mine at 78. Congratulations to your families who have no doubt supported you through this effort. I know the mums and dabs will have ponied up with quite a few bucks to get you where you are. So just a bit of background about from whence I came, how I went through the Massey system and where I went, and a few hopefully useful ideas for you graduates for the future. So all of us in Massey in the 60s, we were all teenagers in the 50s, right? We lived in the shadows of 2 world wars, the Great Depression. We were all Boy Scouts and Girl Guides. We learned how to survive and care for others. Life was very straightforward, there was no TV, internet or mobile phones. We understood being self-sufficient, and most of us had jobs, it was a bit of a hoot. We sort of form up and have little gang fights once a week. We all had tin helmets from the Second World War, and the fights would stop at 4:30 because everyone had to go and do the paper run or had a job. So Massey was interesting in the 60s, right? It had migrated from an ag college in 64, was largely males. We lived on campus. It was sort of 100% country reality, number 8Y mentality. It was a bit like boarding school with alcohol. That's sort of how it worked, although you had to be 21 to drink then, all you 18-year-olds now. So Massey was a very informative and important part of my life. I was a city kid that had loved the country. I did shepherding and rode horses and junk like that. And so I did a BAg Science, and the first 2 years went pretty well. In the third year, 3 major events changed my life. So I decided to edit Masquerade. As you heard, I was able to do cartoons. So Masquerade was an interesting machine in those days. We used to sell it for 30 cents each. We used to do 50,000 copies. I did about 80% of the cartoons, and we used to give the students it to take away and sell. They used to get thrown out of places like Wanganui and bring back the cash. Can you imagine that? They all went off in their Model A's, took away 50,000 magazines and brought back the money. And 15,000 might not seem like a lot of money they brought back, but you've got to remember then the average income was about $2,000 a year. During that time, I fell in love. Excuse me. With a wonderful young girl from Manawatū, who later died. She's my wife. Sorry. And Heather's the mother of my children. The kids are here today. And she died 18.5 years ago of breast cancer. And if I'm honest, she was responsible for bringing me up. Anyway, enough. She's the most wonderful person ever. And during that process, I failed. In that year, I failed horribly after doing quite well in the first 2 years. I got 5 E's and a D. And those were the days when E weren't excellence. E were like bottom of the cliff, right? So I changed to science, doing it part-time, did biochem and physiology. And Heather was a teacher, and so I decided I needed to earn some dough to sort of support the unit. We didn't have any children at that stage. And so I taught maths and science. And I was the first ever male teacher at Palmerston North Girls High. And they used to give me the worst classes, like 5C, who didn't actually want to be at school. And there was no men's toilet. I had to use the gardener's toilet, and they used to lock me in. But I learned a lot at Massey. I learned a degree, of course, but also I learned, as had been said, how to think. That if people said, what does it do? And also doing science was interesting, because in business I found that, using the sort of typical aims, apparatus, method, results, conclusion, and feedback gave you a way to figure things out. So as I said, 2.5 years after Heather and I got married, and 8.5 hours before my first and my last biochem exam, Rachel, who's in the audience today, was born. And so Heather, being very determined young lady, said, I think it's time you got a permanent job, right, rather than carting hay and driving combine harvesters and etc. So I got a job as a sales rep for ICI, selling ag chems and animal remedies. Horror, you'll say, because we used to sell 2,4-D and 2,4,5-T. Anyway, and what a letdown, I thought. I'm not going to be an academic. I have to actually work and earn real dough. And my first boss was a guy, John Lithgow, who ended up being the MP for Palmerston North. He was my sales manager. And he said to me, Mog, don't worry. If I get a customer that rings me up and says, I never want to see that bugger again, he said, I'll know you've been pushing hard enough. And he said, I know that's what commerce is. So I learnt a lot. And I learned a lot about capitalism, one of life's forces of nature, survival of the fittest, as long as it's balanced by social conscience, which is not always found in other animals. So as Ben has told you, I've been lucky. I've done a lot of things in my life and had the privilege to do reasonably well. So here's a few things for you that are about to navigate the next 40 or 50 years in your life. So people often recommend getting a mentor, and yes, it's a good idea, but opportunity didn't arrive for me to have a mentor, and so I sort of took snippets of useful information out of books or listened or read, and so I've got sort of 5 main points that drive me. They go like this. I like to work with like-minded people. I like to do things that are intellectually challenging. I rather arrogantly like to think that my input will make a difference. I like to put money to work, and I like to have fun. And the last one is the most important. If you don't have fun, there's really no point in doing it. It's just a waste of time. So some of the other things that might be useful to you, I think, is communicate openly and always tell the truth, no matter the consequences. Reputation and integrity are your most valuable assets and can be lost in a heartbeat. Be very respectful of capital, especially others. Exceeding WACC, all your business graduates know that stands for weighted average cost of capital, is equals sustainability. If you don't exceed WACC, you're wasting money. So money is for making things happen. Think of team as opposed to staff. Staff implies a hierarchy in my view, and there's no I in team. Rules are for the observance of fools and the guidance of wise men. Though the refectory that you will have seen here was where we all used to eat, right? And it was sort of like a big boarding school. And one of the rules was that you had to wear a tie to dinner. Now, clearly the person that made up the rules believed that everyone would wear other clothes. And occasionally people turned up with just a tie. So that was sort of Massey in the 60s. So that's so if you hide from risk, you won't taste success. Believe in management by wandering around. Think about no officers. Find out what people are doing. Listen. Be constructive. Be careful and use the fact that you've got 2 ears and 1 mouth. The customer is king. They pay your bills. A mate of mine that I started a private equity firm with, who died at a very young age, Lee Davis, who had a master's in English and was more of a poet, but he was a great investment banker. He used to believe in asking for forgiveness rather than permission. And it's one to think about. I'm not talking you to be radicals or teaching it, but there's times when speed is important. And at Mainfreight, we talk about ready, aim, fire. You can sit down forever and think about something without getting off and doing it. So it's really important. Often I've been in a business where we've had to fix the IT system, like Bupa in Australia. You know, we have, 7 million customers and revenue of 12 billion. And you have to fix the IT system. So it's like flying to the moon in a rocket and wanting to go to the moon and Mars beyond. You have to actually change the motors at the same time without crashing. So there's a lot of times where you encounter that in your business life. Learn from your errors. Mistakes are important. Help others less fortunate than you. And there's always people being dealt a bad hand, you know. And there's people like us put into society that builds the whole for the betterment of all. I really learned a lot about that in the 50s, and I won't forget it. One thing I'd like you to think about is beware of bureaucracy in an organisation, doing things just for the sake of doing it. The front line is where the action is, and that's where it should be empowered. And above all, have fun, have heaps of fun. So in closing, I'd like to again thank Massey for this humbling honour and for all you have given me. Believe me, it's a lot. I would also like to thank the people I've worked with for the last 53 years, plus my late wife Heather for bringing me up and giving me focus, my children Rachel, Fiona and Steve for putting up with me the many weeks that I've been and spent away around the world on business, and lastly Susie, who's carried on where Heather left off and assuring I remain on track. To you, wonderful Massey graduates, yes, currently times are difficult and there are upset markets, inflation, global tension, but you are Massey graduates, well educated and with a sensible balance that should ensure you exceed above average. So welcome these tough times and see your education as a strategic advantage. Go and harvest for yourself, your families and the wider community, especially the foundation. We'll be in touch for today and tomorrow, but besides having fun, please promise me one thing, that you will not foster bureaucracy because it's been around a long time. And let me read you something from a dude called Petronius Arbiter who lived between 27 and 66 AD. And he said, "We trained hard, but it seemed that every time we were beginning to form up into teams, we would be reorganised. I was to learn later in life that we tend to meet any new situation by reorganising, and a wonderful method it can be for creating the illusion of progress while producing confusion, inefficiency and demoralisation. So go forward, do your best and have heaps of fun. Cheers.
Thank you, Brian, for your address. We will now continue with the presentation of degrees and university diplomas.
Acting Chancellor, I have the honour to continue to present for graduation in the degree of Bachelor of Business, the graduands I'm about to name. Tegan Rose Pedley. Phoebe Blossom Phillips. Tayaba Abdul Rahim. Tess Bethany Rasmussen. Jean Arthur Ridgway. Ashley Jane Ritchie. Kelda Jane Robinson. Alex Saunders Maloof. Amelie Lena Soibert, Massey Scholar. Rachel Rebecca Singh. Arden Lynette Stokes. Toby James Hillier Sutton. Catherine Vicky Taylor. Bianca Isabella Turner Troy. Fern Deborah Ann Tumohe. Minnie Carlo Voi. Tony Bernice Watson. Melanie James Williams, Massey Scholar. Acting Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Bachelor of Communication the graduands I'm about to name. Felix Harry Blundell. Madeline Jane Crofts. Finn Tamati Davidson. Joshua Michael Dean. Elizabeth Rebecca Eade. Jubilee Ngulka. Frances Dawn Margaret Flack, Massey Scholar. Janice Robin Gordon. Thomas Noel Graham. Rachel Abigail Hodgson, Massey Scholar. Olive Stella Manu. Sasha Abby Matthews. Anna Thompson Stewart. Kian Ulrich. Elizabeth Grace Wake. Alexandra Louise White. Acting Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Executive Master of Business Administration the graduands I'm about to name. Katerina Grace Begg. Hemang Bhatt. Tony Craig Dalman. Marius Gray, First Class Honours. Jonathan Neil Huxley, First Class Honours. Madhvi Koshal. Benjamin James Ogilvie Martin. Acting Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Master of Aviation the graduands I'm about to name. Queen Do Bui, with distinction. Enkechinyare Ebere Onyema. Acting Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Master of Business Administration the graduands I'm about to name. Melanie Engelbrecht. Chantel Angelique Fraser-Clark. Scott Douglas Harrison. Han Ching Yang. Acting Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Master of Business Studies the graduands I'm about to name. Mahmouda Akhtar. Kirsten Ann Birrell with distinction. Callie Danielle Goulding. Bo Jing Hui. Huang Thi Min Nguyen with distinction. Acting Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Master of Communication the graduand I'm about to name. Ruth Olive Jackson with distinction. Acting Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Master of Finance the graduands I'm about to name. Zhao Yi Dai. Hu Min Nguyen. Phuong Lin Phan with distinction. Yiran Zhao. Acting Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Master of Health Service Management the graduand I'm about to name. Paula Jean Phelan O'Sullivan. Acting Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Master of Management the graduands I'm about to name. Jaden Garland Joe. Wajahat Ali Muhammad Jawad. Costa Luke Newbold. Harkishanbai Natvarlal Patel. Kate Susan Pilkington. Brigitte Lisa Rivera with distinction. Aishwarya Firlapan. Acting Chancellor, the degrees are also conferred and the diplomas are also awarded to those who are in absentia. Thank you, Acting Chancellor.
Oops. It is now my pleasure to invite Luke Shield to make the valedictory address on behalf of the students. Luke Shield was born in Dunedin in that bygone decade of the 1990s. His first tertiary education experience was in Wellington at the New Zealand School of Music in 2011. But after a brief time, he decided this wasn't for him. He went on to study philosophy and Italian at Victoria University of Wellington, graduating with his BA and what he refers to as unremarkable grades in 2015. In 2017, he and his much better half, Caitlin, moved to Japan, where he taught English in a small town of only 300,000 people. He found the work thoroughly enjoyable and rewarding, but he knew it was not the career for him. He and his wife eventually moved back to New Zealand, arriving in his wife's hometown of Palmerston North a couple of months before lockdown began. It was during this time, with nothing much to do but reflect, that Luke came to the conclusion he wanted to return to study, and he began his Bachelor of Accountancy in 2021. A member of the Dean's List, Luke also received the Walters Kluwer Prize in the Law of Business Organisations and the Ted Delahanty Accountancy High Achiever Award. He has tutored students as part of Massey's Pacific Student Success Team and marked papers for the university's business law courses. In February this year, he started his new career at accounting firm KPMG as a strategic advisor in its private enterprise division, helping New Zealand's small and medium-sized businesses unlock their potential. Please join with me in welcoming Luke to the stage.
Hello. Tēnā koutou katoa. I hope we're all feeling well on this illustrious day. I'd like to begin by first thanking the Acting Chancellor, the Vice-Chancellor, University Council, and all other staff who helped myself and everybody else here reach this point and cross this stage. But they're only one piece of the puzzle, and I'm confident that without the love and support and compassion and patience of all of our friends and family, that we wouldn't be here today. So on behalf of all my fellow graduates, I'd like to extend my deepest gratitude to friends, family who are here and who couldn't make it, and everybody else who picked us up when we fell down. Yeah, why not? I'm pleased I didn't start that. That's good. So, to my fellow students, you've all done exceptionally well to get here. We all studied in the shadow of COVID, never quite being able to shake that sense of dread, the feeling that a little bit like the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, our lives may just again get flipped and turned upside down. But we persevered, cramming out exam study far too late, pushing through essays 24 hours before they were due, and reading really, let's be honest, the bare minimum. But regardless of that, we're all standing here today, and I'm sure that some of us have shown strength that we weren't quite sure that we were capable of. So well done. To everybody here who knows what that next step is in their life, perhaps they've found a job or they have the good enough grades to go into postgraduate study, you should all be exceptionally proud, and you have a sincere congratulations from my part. But that doesn't speak for everybody here. I'm sure that, like me, you aren't quite sure what to do in that next step. So, as we've established already, I'm a little bit older than some of you. Perhaps you could tell by my greying hair or curmudgeonly demeanor or moral opposition to phrases like no cap, slay queen, no. Some of you, though, will probably be a little bit older than me, but the test for that is whether or not you think slaying is good or bad. I'm on the fence, I suppose. So after I completed my first degree, and as we've established, I did get pretty subpar grades, I didn't know what my next step would be. Unlike my friends, I didn't have a job, and I didn't have the grades to go into postgraduate study. So I felt no real pride upon achieving my first undergraduate. So I didn't go to my first graduation because what was the point? So I'm sure that there are some people like that today, some people who may not be quite so sure about what their next step is, but who are here regardless. And so to those people, I won't tell you I'm proud because you probably don't want to hear it, but I will tell you a different truth, that you're all much braver than I was back then. I bring up my previous subpar experiences just to illuminate the fact that you never quite know where life will take you. I encourage you to consider the possibilities that your life may look quite differently to what you envision as an exciting possibility. Say yes to every opportunity that comes your way, within reason, I suppose, because you never quite know where those chances will take you. University is a time of great peaks and troughs, right? It's fun Saturday night out with friends, followed by horrific hungover Sunday mornings when you remember that you've crashed that lime scooter into the Manawatū River. But your weekend wouldn't be complete without both of those. So try and look back at those troughs with good humor, and not as the failures that you may think they are now, but as mere hiccups on the road. So I suppose in summary, I'll leave you now with the words from my high school, from which I graduated many moons ago. Kua mutu kia timata, which means now it has finished, but has begun anew. So now it's finished, but your life is just about to begin again. Thanks very much. Cheers.
Thank you, Luke, for your valedictory address. We will now proceed with the doctoral conferments.
Acting Chancellor. A doctorate, either a PhD or a professional named doctorate, is the highest research degree awarded by the university. The successful completion of a doctorate represents a significant achievement. Through the submission of a sustained piece of research, expressed in the production of a written thesis of no more than 100,000 words, or a creative work of equivalent size and scope, or via a series of publications, candidates are expected to make an original contribution to knowledge in a specific field of study. Candidates will typically spend 3 to 4 years of full-time research solving a problem or addressing a particular set of questions. An international panel of experts then examines the resulting body of work through both written and oral examination. Doctoral research is challenging and represents a huge commitment to advancing research and scholarship. We honour the achievements of our doctoral graduands by inviting them to come onto the stage, thereby formally welcoming them into the academic and scholarly community and acknowledging their entitlement to be called Doctor. Acting Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Doctor of Philosophy the graduands I am about to name. Joy Nankia Dabul Moses. Miss Double-Moses' study explored the role of public sector financial reporting in economic decisions. It examined perceptions among preparers and standard setters, noting information content differences based on entity size. Large entities have distinct accountability goals, but content parity exists among public sector entities. The study also highlights differing perceptions between preparers and standard setters, offering insights into New Zealand's public sector financial reporting. Acting Chancellor, Dr. Dabul Moses. Shuai Yue, Doctoral Scholar. Corporate finance theories that were largely developed in Western markets pose challenges in emerging markets. Mr. Yue investigated China's context, examining state-owned equity impact, managerial political ties, and economic policy uncertainty on corporate decisions. His research contributed to a nuanced understanding of corporate finance theories and offered insights for policymakers and investors in navigating emerging market complexities. Acting Chancellor, Dr. Yue. Sujiang Zhang. Product market competition is a key factor in the economic system and is investigated in vast studies. Ms. Zhang reviewed industrial concentration measures commonly used for gauging competition and recommended 2 simple, convenient, and appropriate concentration proxies. She also found that market power for firms in imperfect competition were related with sentiment-driven misvaluation, therefore linked to valuation efficiency. Acting Chancellor, Dr. Zhang. Thank you, Acting Chancellor. Would all our graduates please stand? He honore nui te whakatau atu I a koutou, hei raukura o te kuninga ki Pure Huroa. It is my great honour to welcome you as alumni of Massey University. The award of a university degree carries many privileges, but like all privileges, it also carries responsibilities. I charge you, as graduates of Massey University, to use what you have learnt for your own betterment and for the benefit of your communities. I charge you to use the skills and knowledge you have acquired with rigour and integrity, and to commit yourselves to a program of lifelong learning and discovery. I charge you to remember the lessons Massey University has taught you about the worth of others, particularly those who've not had the opportunities that you have had. I charge you to set goals and to continue the hard work that has brought you so far. And in all that you do, I charge you to be deserving of the good name of Massey University. Congratulations. You can now be seated. Thank you.
At the conclusion of the ceremony, guests are requested to remain in their seats until the processions have assembled on Broadway Avenue. Please then join our celebratory procession to the square, where we hope you will mix and mingle with your graduate staff, family and friends, who have all been part of your graduate successful journey. I declare this congregation to be adjourned. Please join with us in singing the national anthem, God Defend New Zealand, the words of which are printed on the screen. Please stand.